Now today's video is about me camping gear, what I use when I go off on my motorcycle. I've had this just over 10 years now, believe it or not. It's only a two-man tent. It does the job. It's very small, and it is 2.8 kg. She is actually a bit heavy. It's a sort of tent now I could nearly set up in the dark because I've had it that long. Something else I'd always bring with me, and that's a ground sheet, which is just a fraction smaller than the tent, that the water doesn't actually come down the tent onto the ground sheet and go under. So this ground sheet, what I'm actually using, it just goes under the tent only, just to help to stop a bit of cold, dampness or whatever. When it comes to my sleeping pattern, normally you kind of wear yourself out till you fall asleep in a tent, because you know it's not the comfortable of places, is it? Especially when you're cracking on and you're my age. For comfort, absolutely nothing whatsoever for comfort. But I try to lay on it. I end up rolling off probably as soon as I go to sleep, to be quite honest, because I wake up as stiff as can be with aches and pains. But if you can manage to wait on it all night, it helps with the heat. This is probably the most modern thing I actually have got, and I picked this up local in a place called The Range. I can't remember the price of it. It's only a cheap gadget. Now it's a light that you can adjust to have the full length like that, so you can have it with just a little bit of light, and in the middle of the night that actually is a lot of light what comes out, you know, and you can adjust it if you're outside the tent or whatever. Now if you push the button again, it then comes into a spotlight, so you've got a torch there with two handles, you know, just if you're gallivanting around the place or walking over to the showers, or if you're wild camping, obviously you're not going to be walking to any showers. And then if you push the button again, the lights go out and it activates that you can charge your iPhone or your Galaxy phone up to 40% of its charge on a full charge of this. Now this unit is actually a rechargeable unit as well. I have never used the outlet, but it recommends that it does give you 40% of the charge. What it is, it's a fold away cooker. Now I've actually got two of these, one to be sure. Right, I've got two of these, and the reason I got the second one, because I actually fell in love with it when I first started using it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get another one of them just to have it. And not only that, you can have the kettle boiling while you're also cooking. Now this is what it looks like when it's set up. Obviously you buy the gas separate, and obviously you can get a large gas bottle, or the small ones like that, depends. I'd always carry a spare one anyway. Now that just screws on there, and this is what folds up. Okay, that folds up like that, and that goes there. They all fold up that it fits into this little box here. But I had this one set up just to give you a demonstration. Now there is a little bit of gas left in this lighter, but even if there's not, basically I just used the spark to ignite it. And as you can see, you've got the adjustable there to turn it on and off, and you can cook on that, boil your kettle, do what you like. Also what I've got, for each cooker ring, I've got this, and it's got little feet on it what dig into the ground, and that goes around what you're cooking. And with these things here, that actually pushes down into the ground at each end to make it secure, to stop the breeze coming blowing this. Otherwise it'll take forever to boil a kettle or cook whatever you're doing. Now I've got two of these, one for each little cooker. How old fashioned is that? Right, I bought these roughly the same time as I bought the tent, so I've had these for about 10 years, so they've had a good bit of use out of them. So the lid is actually the frying pan. Okay, so you've got this little handle here, and that's your frying pan, and then you've got your kettle. Now all this combined together, it is very, very light, very, very light, but it's bloody awkward. It's big and awkward, but you know, if you want to do old-fashioned stuff, then you've just got to go with awkward. And that sits on there nicely, and I don't tend to put too much water in that, for the main reason, enough just for 2 cups or 2 cups of coffee, tea or whatever. And not only that, why fill it up and use it, because you're only going to use extra gas when it's unnecessary. Right, this is the smallest pan, and it's the same handle what does the frying pan as well as all the pots. So there you are for the pots. So you can cook your pasta in that, or boil your eggs, or do whatever you like. Now I actually have been known to boil me eggs in the teapot for what I use for the tea as well. I've actually known to do that just to save water or using extra water, because I do always buy bottled water on the way to the campsite or wherever I'm camping. I buy it at a petrol station on the way in. So I try to use the water what I use for me eggs, for me coffee or tea. I don't know, should you do that? I'm not recommending it in case you bloody poison yourself. It's what I do and what I have done in the past. Me beanie cap. It's got 3 settings, and this is a cap what I actually use. I use this nearly every night when I'm actually working, because not only is it handy for when you're camping and doing something outside to save the battery on that, although it's rechargeable. You actually charge this, and I got this actually a good few years ago on Amazon, and if you see that little bit there, you can actually charge that on your laptop or from your phone charger or whatever you can do, and you can actually probably charge that as well, but because that's a light and that's a light, it's pointless really. That's really only for a phone backup, I'd say. But I normally charge this once a week, and as I say, I use this an awful lot. If you can pick one of them hats up, I really do recommend it. They are great. Right, this is another handy glove what I've always got with me. Now what I normally tend to do with this, I normally roll it up and put it inside me kettle to carry it. Not that it's heavy, but rather than having it tucked away, that glove if you tend to leave it on just while you're cooking, if the ground is uneven or it's a bit blowy, it's always handy just to have this. And the reason is, if that's on and there's hot water in that, or there's fat, or it's cooking, with that glove, I don't know the name of it, I don't know the make of it or whatever, but you can actually pick that up and you don't actually need that. As long as you don't forget yourself and use that end, just very, very handy that is. It's something I've not used a lot, but when I have used it, great job, great job. What do you think, John Joe? You happy with that? Right, now that's about it really. Everything I've got is very, very basic, and as you see, I've done it the old-fashioned way, apart from that lamp. Well, guys and girls, I hope you found this video a little bit interesting if you're doing things the old way. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. It'd be much appreciated. You know, it's nice to see when you get a new follower or a new subscriber join your channel. I'm like a kid with a new toy. Now, if you're really feeling brave, take your onesie with you.